Hi there, this is Dawn McVeigh, and for today I thought I would show you how to make a quick little card and incorporate felt on the front of our card. So let's get started. To start off with, I'm going to take these dots from Polka Dot Basics 2, and I'm going to ink them up with some spring moss ink, and I'm going to stamp all the way up this piece of cardstock. It's actually a piece of rustic cream cardstock by Paper Tray Ink, and I've already cut it down to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. So we'll leave a nice little border around this piece when we adhere it to the front of our standard A2 card front. And I'm going to take some adhesive and adhere this right to the front of my card, right in the center. Just line it up carefully before you mush it down. And next I'm going to take a strip of Raspberry Fizz cardstock that's cut to 4 1/4 inches across, and with some Palette Noir black ink, I'm going to stamp my sentiment right in the bottom right hand corner. Then this strip is going to get adhered to the card front. Again, you want to make sure you get it nice and lined up before you stick it down. And now I've got a piece of, this is Paper Tray's Raspberry Fizz felt that I've die cut using my Rick Rack die, and I'm going to adhere that right across the top of the card, right across the top of that Raspberry Fizz strip. So I'm going to take some of this Tombow Mono Multi Liquid Glue, and I need to just put glue across just enough that it'll fit on the front of that card. So I'm going to hold the end down here with my fingertip and just run some glue along here. And you don't want a lot. It's a very narrow little strip of Rick Rack, so you just want to sort of spread it out a little. So now I'm going to take that strip and adhere it. Just want to carefully lay it right across the top edge of the Raspberry Fizz cardstock. And once you get it in place just where you want it, go ahead and mush it down. Now I'm going to take my ribbon scissors so they're nice and sharp. They don't ever cut paper, but they can cut ribbon and felt. And we'll just trim those edges off. Okay. Now we've got a bit of felt on our card. But to kick it up a notch, I've die cut some felt leaves using my Delightful Dahlia leaf dies. They come in the collection of Delightful Dahlia dies where you get the 2 flower dies as well as these 2 leaves. But the great thing about these leaves is you can use them in conjunction with other flowers from other stamp sets, including this stamp, which is from my new Aloha stamp set. So I've got a piece of Raspberry Fizz cardstock here. I'm going to ink this up with Palette Noir ink. So then I'm going to take, these are the Raspberry Fizz Copic Trio from Paper Tray. This is RV04, and I'm just going to go in the center here with my Copic. And I'm not really, because I'm doing this on Raspberry Fizz cardstock, I don't have to be super careful I just mainly want to add a little bit of dimension to the center of the flower here. Then I'm going to go back in with, this is RV17, which is the medium tone in that same Raspberry Fizz color group. And I'm just going to kind of go along the lines in the flower. And we'll fill in that little center part. And then I'm going to take that lighter RV04 again. I'm going to go back in and just sort of blend all of those colors together, all the little lines, just to give it a little definition on the actual lines of the flower. Next up, I'm going to take my little handy dandy paper snips and I'm going to cut out the flower. Okay, so now I've got my flower image cut out, and we're going to add it to the card front along with these cutie patootie little felt leaves. And I just want to lay everything on the card and sort of position it just how I want before I glue everything down. And I think I like it just about like that. So I'm going to pick that flower up. And I'm going to use glue dots. These are maybe 3/8 of an inch across, so they're not the mini glue dots, but they're the next size up. I'm going to stick that leaf right on there so that the glue dot is just in position to not hang off the edge here of that larger leaf, but so that it'll just catch right where I need it to be, so that when you turn it over, you see there's not much glue dot that's still exposed because we put the glue dot over to the right of the leaf there. That is just about right. Now I'm going to take a glue dot and put it right on the corner here of this petal, because that part was extended over the leaves here. So when I lay it back down, it's all glued together. Nifty, huh? And that's just glue dots. It's easy, but they hold really well when they adhere to felt. So now I'm going to lay it on here again, and I see that this particular corner of the flower is overlapping this leaf here. So I'm going to put the glue dot on that petal right there. Pull it off. And again, I'm just going to line it up just right. And now it's all glued together. So all that's left to do is to go back in with some glue dots on the back of the whole thing to make it stick to the card front. And one little tip that I like to do is keep the glue dots more in the center of the image so that the leaves on the outside are a little bit flexible and bendy, so they don't look completely mushed flat on your card. It just gives it a little bit of movement. And I don't know, I just think it looks pretty. When you mush the flower down and make sure that it's really adhered onto the card, see how the leaf is able to sort of pop forward and look just a little bit more realistic. So there you have it, a happy vacation card with the Aloha stamp set and Paper Trays felt incorporated on the card. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.